Let us sit straight. Head, neck, backbone straight. This is a position where the energy flow is maximum. Let us withdraw our mind from past regrets, future anxieties, present confusions, and focus in the present tense. One of the best ways to bring the mind in the present tense is to focus on the breath. So let us take a slow, deep, conscious breath. When we observe the natural flow of the breath, the mind comes in the present moment, becomes fresh, peaceful, detached, and it acquires the qualities of the breath. A still body, cheerful, happy mind, clear intellect are our tools for sadhana. And for each one of it, we have to prepare and do some kind of exercise. The exercises are sitting still without movement for 10 minutes, keeping the mind cheerful, happy during the day, and thinking in lines of the scriptures. And the topic what we are reflecting upon is going to enhance these three things, because we are discussing jnanam, virtues. Virtues are values in actions. Values, when practiced, becomes virtues. So let us chant loudly so that all the lingering thoughts vanish and our mind becomes peacefully alert. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्थजम्बू फलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम् सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः स्थावरं जंगमं व्याप्तं यत्किंचित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत् सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं।
Hari Om. Thank you, Manisha. So we are doing the summary of 13th chapter, which is little different than all other chapters because the topics come, though they come in a sequence, but they appear to be coming in a different frequency. So the chapter's name is Kshetra Khetrajna Vibhag Yoga, distinguishing between the knower and the field. So the first law, what we saw is that whatever can be known, very important law, whatever can be known, whatever can be perceived, whatever can be experienced, whatever can be witnessed, whatever can be observed, that comprises the Kshetra, field. Kshetra means field. So I can know the world, I can know my body, I can know my breath, I can know my mind, I can know my thoughts, I can know I am also there. So all these things becomes the Kshetra field. And then Bhagavan says, the knower of that is me only. So I am the knower of all these things. So I become separate from all these things. So I am not that. So all the problems are dissolved in one shot by Bhagavan. Because I am thinking that I am that. And then having unnecessary problems which doesn't belong to me. And then Bhagavan says, Chapimam Viddhi. Like I am there in all bodies. I am the knower in all bodies. So that also we analyzed that consciousness, awareness is the illuminator and I am the knower. Illuminator, knower distinction is the main, most subtlest, highest knowledge what a person can have in Vedanta. And then Kshetra, in 13th chapter, Lord took 24 plus 7 elements. And suppose we see again and again those elements and constantly remind ourselves, that is a meditation, that, oh, this is Kshetra. This is Kshetra, but I am the Kshetrajna. So, all my challenges are taken away. And now instead of discussing Kshetrajna, because that is what Bhagavan has not yet discussed, he took up the topic of Jnanam. Because in this chapter, there are 6 topics are enumerated. Kshetra, Kshetrajna, Jnanam, Neyam, and Purusha and Prakriti. So the second topic what Lord has taken is Jnanam. Now here Jnanam means knowledge, and knowledge means the place where knowledge happens. So that is a very unique way of describing knowledge. Where the knowledge takes place, the knowledge takes place in the mind and intellect. So it has to be purified. Where the milk is boiled in the vessel, where the sambar is cooked in the vessel. So if the vessel is not cleaned properly, if we do not have the right vessel, then all the effort of buying the milk and all having all the ingredients of the sambar, very interestingly, knowing how to make the sambar and how to boil the milk and do ras malai out of that is all going to go waste, even though I am the expert person in making ras malai out of milk or making best sambar, but if the vessel is not appropriate of the cooking, then the entire knowledge goes waste, entire effort goes waste. So the second topic what Bhagwan took is values and virtues. So 20 virtues are given here. 20. And some of them we have already seen. Very importantly, yesterday was Aradhana Day, Gurudev's Mahasamadhi Day. Guruji has declared this as Aradhana Day. So very importantly, many people say that after listening to many years also, not only us, but other people also say there is no difference, there is no change in you. And why that change is not there? Because I am not doing any sadhana. So Swadhyaya I am doing, I am just listening, I am just going from one YouTube to another YouTube, one text to another text, and just trying to find out who is the best speaker, which is the best. But after that, if I keep doing that for many years, it will make some change. Definitely knowledge makes change. But many people say this, that their children, their grandchildren, their relatives and friends say that you have been listening for 25 years, but I don't see any change in you. The reason is sadhana is not done. And for sadhana, Bhagavan has given these virtues to practice in day-to-day life, not going in Himalayas and sitting. Because this happens in our transaction in day-to-day life, in family, in job, in business, in our social sphere. How do we transact? And these virtues actually purify us and bring about the change. And once it brings about the change, and we are going to learn about the Kshetrajna, the realization, enlightenment, happiness is instant. So we have seen some virtues to practice. We will see the further sadhana to be done regularly. So till now we have seen following virtues: amanitvam, adambhitvam, ahimsa, kshantir, arjavam, acharyo upasanam, shaucham, sthiryam, atma vinigraha, absence of pride, over self-estimation of oneself. I must be having correct estimation of who am I. I must not allow other people to define who am I. Pretension, I must not pretend in life what I am not. Non-injury, being very careful in non-injury, that I must not hurt anybody at the thought level, also at body level, at word level. Even very interestingly, we had discussed it. When we are eating food also, we should, if we go to restaurant, we should not say, I don't like this is spicy. That food is listening. Whatever comes, just pray. If I don't like, I can keep quiet and just bless and keep it aside. But that is also, I'm enjoying the food. So to that subtle level, people practice non-injury. Forgiveness, we saw 5 levels of forgiveness. Fortitude, the ability to face challenging situations cheerfully. The last word is very importantly, not cribbing, complaining, and then facing the duties and the challenges. Uprightness, not being crooked all the time and, thinking crooked about other person, about situation. Tuning with the teacher, Acharya, Upasanam, this we saw in detail, that how I have to tune, because when the tuning happens, the knowledge flow can happen. The information can become knowledge, knowledge can become wisdom. We saw 2 levels of cleanliness, Shaucham, internal and external, steadfastness and self-control. Then we also saw Non-attachment to sense objects, indriyartheshu, vairagyam, we saw dispassion. Dispassion is not that, not doing anything, being like a stone, but having but not being attached to it. Abandonment of thought. So, this is very interesting. Recently, I heard in Hindi, all these things are mentioned in Hindi, which we can remember as one line. परिवार में ममता जहर है, भोग में आसक्ति जहर है, दिस इज व्हाट डिस्पैशन इज, एंड विचार में अहंकार जहर है. आई विल रिपीट. When we do vichar, in that what is jahar, poison is ahankar. Then parivar is very nice if there is no mamta in it. The moment Arjun said in the first chapter, my family, the whole thing got changed. Where this mindness comes, there is a problem. So, विचार में अहंकार जहर है, परिवार में ममता जहर है, और भोग में, नॉट दैट वी मस्ट नॉट एंजॉय, भोग में आसक्ति जहर है. Asakti means attachment. We are going to see in detail about attachment, because attachment word comes many, many times in Bhagavad Gita. So going further, we have to now think about very interesting topic called as, or the 14th value to be practiced in day-to-day life is Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. Now, first of all, we will take Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. Now, this is this we have to understand correctly what it means. Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam means we have to develop seeing sorrow where others are seeing happiness. Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. It's a very interesting topic to understand. Seeing sorrow where others are seeing happiness. A person who is pure veg, pure veg, has to, for crossing to go to his office, has to pass through a fish market, and where there is sheep is going, goats are getting cut, and hens are getting cut, live market, and the person has to pass through that, and is a pure veg person. Now, how the person would pass through? First of all, the nose will be closed, doesn't want to say anything because there is no other road, and the fishes are getting cut, the hen is getting cut, the goat is getting cut, some blood is oozing. There are, hangings. I think all of us would have seen the fish market and the mutton market and the chicken market. Then they're hanging, red color, and the person doesn't want to see only and just pass through. I am not seeing any happiness in that fish, mutton and chicken, where another person whose friends are going to come and who is a pure non-veg, and his wife or parents have told him to or her to get non-veg. So the people travel to Naval Dockyard in Mumbai to get fresh. I know some people, 4 o'clock they will go to Naval Dockyard, Kolaba, to buy fresh fish. And the joy of getting the fresh mutton cut there in front of them, and then the mutton is then the skin is taken out, and the person takes the mutton or the chicken or the fish. No, Sunday morning, please do not describe it. But then unless and until we describe this, dukkha dosha anudarshanam is not very clear. And the person is overjoyed that I am getting fresh fish, fresh mutton. And then going home, and then already the thought has started that what kind of dish I am going to make it. I am going to make it barbecue, or I am going to make masala, or I am going to make some gravy, or I am going to make some dry. But then the person who is pure veg doesn't have any thought, because I am not seeing happiness in it. I am actually seeing sorrow in it. Dukkha dosha anudarshanam. So this point must be very clear. Then we can take the Janma Mrityu Chara Vyadhi, because there also some doubt will be there, because what Bhagwan is mentioning is that start developing a drushti, yatha drushti tatha srushti. Where other person is finding happiness, I am finding sorrow in it. I don't want. I am not finding any happiness. There are some people who don't like to travel. I don't like to travel. There are some people who don't want to read book. Book reading is maha boring. I don't know how people enjoy book reading. Some people don't like to watch movie only. They think watching movies dukkha dosha. I don't know why people go for that movie and somebody has made and somebody is paid hundreds of crores and some sad and then what a movie, some sadness, some crying, somebody dies, some love, some revenge, and then I come back and what? I don't find any happiness in that, some people say. So Dukkha dosha anudarshanam is the drushti. What Bhagavan is saying is that you develop it. Now, why? Because Bhagavan says, I only have created this world. It is very fascinating, but there is no happiness in it. I am only telling you that there is no happiness in it because the happiness is located in your own self, in God, in your own Atma, your own self. Just change the direction and then focus on the Pramata, the knower. Now you turn the attention from the known to knower. So now what Bhagavan is doing very interestingly, he is trying to tell us that Kshetra, don't get entangled into Kshetra at all, because now you shift your attention from Kshetra to Kshetrajna. That is why I have to distinguish, because the happiness is located in the subject, not object, because definitely I get happiness from eating fish, some people get. Definitely some people get happiness from smoking. Definitely, some people get happiness from drinking, but we are not saying there is no happiness in that connection. But the happiness is located in the me, subject, not in the object. If this distinction is known, then our job is done. Dukkha dosha anudarshanam. Perception of evil, of pain in birth, death, old age, and sickness. So now we'll take our own life. And same topic comes in many, many scriptures in Sadhana Panchakam. I remember Bhavasukhe doshonusandianatam. So you start seeing this dosh, dukkha in day-to-day life. And that's the reason some people take sannyas, right? After college, they take sannyas only. I don't find any joy in married life, creating a family, getting attached somebody whom I don't know. Suddenly I meet, then I meet that person, and then I marry the person, and then there are children, and then there is so much of sorrow, so much of tension of all those kind of things. Just thinking about it, I don't want to enter into it. So Swami Advainanji has said, somebody asked him, why didn't you get married? He told, seeing the dosha, dukkha, I just, shiver thinking of that only, so I didn't get married. No family. Because my entire focus is on Kshetrajna. So now we have to pay attention on Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. In our life, we must start seeing Dukkha Darshan. Suppose in our life itself, we start seeing Sukha Darshan, then we will become slave. Like as Guruji says, one person did one robbery and then was put into the jail. And he started, after some time, he started enjoying the jail food, jail bed, jail everything, and then he forgot outside life and he started enjoying jail only. And when his time came after 3 years, chalo, come here, now your time is over. Tomorrow you have to go out of the jail. No. Why? No, please keep me here. No, your time is over. Your punishment is over. So he was very smart. He went outside, did one more robbery crime, again came back. He started liking that only, bondage. So we do Sukha Darshanam, not Dukkha Darshanam. But suppose we start doing Sukha Darshanam in something in which Sukha is not there, the problem starts there. Tamas will increase. If we have Sukha Darshanam in situation, object, person. No, this person I want, this object I want, this situation I want. So here what has been taken as example is Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. Birth is a painful process. Now this also comes in Shiva Aparadha Kshama Stotra. In detail it comes. For the child is, now here we are going to see only the negative side. The child is surrounded by filth, urine. There is no space to move. There is no breathing. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi jatare. In that womb, I will be there for 9 months, claustrophobic. Again, I have to be in the womb. And then somebody has to push. The mother also is in pain. The child also is in pain. No, but there is some maja in that. Here, Bhagavan is saying dosha, dukkha dosha, you see. Then when the growth happens, when the child comes out, the child completely dependent, crying, suppose susu, then again crying, suppose I want food, again crying, then I have to cry, then somebody comes and changes my nappy wet because I am wet. And then the person has to go to school, and then such a painful, then there are exams. Most children cry when they first go in the school. Later on, then they used to, because then there is no choice. Then you have to start loving or start liking there. But we do not want any dependency, any limitation. Then the old age comes, and in between what? No. In between also there are 100 temptations, 100 breakups, this disappointment, that disappointment. I'm not getting what I want, and whatever I've got, I'm not enjoying. I'm not happy with whatever I've got, and I want something else. In that, life goes, old age comes, reduction of strengths, the increase of desires. Now my desires have increased, which are unfulfilled, but I cannot afford because my body is not coping up. My age is not coping up. Some people do not have money, some people do not have body, some people do not have the objects to enjoy. All senses become weak. No one asks advices to me. People, when they become old or little senior, they think other people must come to me and ask my advice, how I have lived my life. Who is going to come and ask your advice? Nobody is interested. No, you please come, you see what is my life. I'm not interested because they are enjoying their life. Then Vyadhi comes, disease, this pain, that pain. The moment we talk to anybody who is above 40, 45, 50, most of the time the discussion is hovering around knee is paining, that is paining, this disease, that medicine, that suffering. Either it is body or it is family or it is job or it is business. Constantly there is problem. Problem discussion. If there is no problem, I have, body has, family has, then I will discuss about international problem. No, war going on in Ukraine and Russia, so many suffering only. Death, and then the death comes finally, and whatever I have collected, family, job, business, money, this achievement, power, fame, in 1 minute it goes. We don't remember who were there in Mahatma Gandhi's time. Crores of people were there in Mahatma Gandhi. How many people remember? Who will remember us? My job, my family, my achievement, my possessions. We are forcing, holding, and the pain is used. The greatest fear a person has is fear of loss. Everything will be gone, except few things which will go with us in the next birth if I'm not enlightened. And again going in the womb, again those period of being in the nappy, completely dependent, can't have food, can't go to toilet, somebody has to pick up us, and which birth, where I will take, who do not know. Then again schooling, again that exam, again that college, again marriage, again children. उसमें मजा मजा है, क्या मजा? Any maja comes with a huge package of worry. So much of worry, so much of tension, so much of confusion, and still we find some happiness in it. The person who is in school, the boy is in, girl is in school. No, once I go to college, no, I'm going to enjoy. And then college comes, and then all this little bit fun happens, but in that so many breakups, so many problems, and then studies, and by the time I realize, and final year has come, no, once I get money, no, once I get a job and money, then my life is me. The moment I come in job, I understand the politics there, then this competition and that. Once I get married, then everything will be all right. Then marriage comes, and house, then children, then the marriage comes with package of in-laws, shifts here, there. And in the death, thousand honeybees biting pain, fear of loss, papa karmas come to us at the point of death. That's the reason, suppose we observe the person's face, after the person is not looking peaceful, because the person has seen that papa karmas comes, whatever I have done. Till we find evil of pain in our present stage of existence, we will not discover the spiritual urge. Suppose one person finds comfort in the jail only, the person is not ready to come back. We have that story of Indra, Swarga Bhog is highest possible joy, and then he comes and becomes a pig, and he has 10 wives and children, and then Narad comes searching. Oh, Bhagwan, come here. No, no, I don't want to come. This is my family. But you are living in filth, living in a gutter. Ultimately, Naradji kills his family, kills all, but still the person is holding to his body because pig experiences maximum body pleasures. So those people who are thinking of pleasures, pig is maximum pleasure the pig gets. That is how the Shastra says. Still doesn't want to come out. Then it kills the body only, and then Indra, I am Indra. I was in Swarga, and then he looks around the gutter and the filth, realizes, oh, what sukha there and what sukha here. But once one get attached, I like that only. The question comes after this 5-minute discussion, where Sunday morning I'm listening to all this. Oh, do you think there is no maja enjoyment in all this life? Suppose I create dukkha, dosha, darshanam, will it not create depression? Will it not create sadness? Will it not? I will have no maja, no happiness. But after this session, I'm going to have breakfast. I'm just waiting for that breakfast. Do you think there is no maja? Bhagavan is saying there is maja, but that maja, happiness, ananda is not in that. It is in Kshetrajna. It is not in the Kshetra. That is the Kshetrajna Vibhag Yoga. Why this Anudarshanam called Jnanam? Because this Bhagavan is called as Jnanam. Now Bhagavan himself is saying that I have created, this is my creation. Still I am telling you that don't get attached to this creation because the happiness is located in the Kshetrajna. Only when we realize intensely the sorrows of life bondages, I want to be out of it. Some people say, no, I don't want this now. Enough. This is enough. I have seen enough. That enough must come fast. For some people, they have to go through. For some people, like those who take sannyas, I can see others people, sorry, I don't. I just want, I am more intelligent, I am more ambitious. Now I want pure, permanent, unbroken, continuous happiness. And that is where is it located? Not in the Kshetra, but Kshetra. Slum. Some person enjoys slum only, not seen the 5-star life, 5-star hotel, never gone. Once I go to 5-star, 7-star, then what happens to us is that I don't like other hotels. Star 1, star 2, star 3, I don't. Poverty, slavery, jail, slum, all these things, suppose I enjoy, these are examples. There is no happiness, there is no sorrow in all these things. Sorrow and happiness is there in our attachment, dependency, which is going to come. Then this is why Gautam Buddha was great, because he saw one person with disease, he saw one old person, he saw one death, and then Vairagya came and went away. After seeing so much of things, Vairagya is not coming. I know everything, but Vairagya is not very easy to come. Guruji says, Vivek ek bar ho jata hai, but Vairagya nahi hota. I know, I understand, but Vairagya is not happening. And Gautam Buddha straight away saw all these 3 stages. Say, I will also become old, yes. I will also go through all this kind of pains, disease, yes. I will also die, yes. And then I will have to leave everything, yes. This entire kingdom, family, all gone. This is too much of suffering. I don't want suffering. So his first law, there is suffering. Second law, there is a way to come out of the suffering. And then he found out this 4 noble truths. And why this particular thing again and again we have to discuss? Because there is asakti. Now that is immediately Bhagavan has taken up that topic. Asakti means attachment. Guruji says, jo asakti hai, wo ja bhi sakti hai in Hindi. So what is attachment? This word is very, 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 very important, because this is our problem. My problem is not I am there and the object is there. I am there and the person is there. I am there and the situation is there. I am there and the family is there. I am there and the job is there. I am there and the world is there. My problem is attachment. I go to mall, I like only go to some shops. I don't go to all shops. I'm not interested. So what is that attachment? Of feeling is a feeling. What is that feeling? Without this, I can't live feeling. A kind of dependency sets in, that without this, I cannot live. So what is the definition of asakti? Very important. It is a kind of self-belief or a feeling without which I cannot live, or this gives me pleasure, comfort. Now we will discuss, because this is a very important topic. There are two types of attachment: general attachment and specific attachment. What is general attachment? My chair, my pillow, my coffee mug. I get up in the morning, I need my coffee, my tea, and in my cup, in my place. That is nice, I can enjoy, but I don't enjoy other coffee, other cup, other person, other place. That is a problem. My soap, my place, my pillow, my color bed sheet, my dog, my asan, my everything, this. I create a cocoon and I don't want to get out of that cocoon. And Guruji says that a person who is happy, cheerful, and comfortable is a person who is comfortable with oneself and is comfortable under the sky. Anywhere I go, I am comfortable. My comfort doesn't get disturbed so much by small things. And this is very true, because I can see so many people coming to Kolad, where we have a resort, and then first night I don't sleep properly. No, my pillow was not there. It was little warm. And because I cannot see all these things, what will say? No, it was not clean. It was not that. It was raining, this, that. But basically that I am not comfortable with many things. I'm only comfortable, and some people's comfort zone has become this much. Only one person, only this much, only this kind of food, only this kind of, otherwise I'm uncomfortable. These people travel with very big suitcase because they have to carry everything to be comfortable. This is called as slave. Sometimes I must go for a trek without any much, and that's the reason people do wari. Recently, our Vedji did wari, Joy did wari, Narmada Parikrama. Why this has been done? Because nothing is staying in a, what you call, school, staying in dharamshala, going anywhere in toilet, because their entire mind constantly is focused on God. All these things. And I have asked these people, all these things, I don't want to discuss only. This part of, I only want to talk about God and then bhakti. Otherwise, those people who are this, they will, after the travel or anywhere they will go, they will take 1 hour to describe about the toilet mug, and then water was not coming in the basin, and then water was too small, and then this was flush was not okay, and that was slavery to objects. Too many strong like and dislike. Bhagavan says, do not create this, because I am going to come very strongly and I will take away everything in 1 minute. So be ready to lose and be ready to be comfortable. So this is general attachment, general dabba. Specific strong attachment to, this is now stronger and deeper, family, because where this mindness comes, there is another attachment. My job, my family, my business, my achievements, my possessions, very importantly, my image. Anybody telling one thing about me. And the last attachment is the I notion. Who am I? That also is an attachment, because that I also is illusory. All these things I am holding on to, that I notion. We have seen this in earlier words itself. Abandonment of ahankara, I notion. That is the last one it goes. So this goes in this order. First of all, the general is reduced, then the specific, and the last is the I notion. So all other things they go with karma yoga, then something will go with upasana yoga, and then this I notion will go with jnana yoga. So these three yogas are mentioned, that I have to do selfless service to let go these like dislikes. Some things I want to do for other. And then God again and again says, no, no, not some things. You do every action for me only. So very important topic, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. 16th one. And the 15th one is Asakti. Both are related. Because I get attached. Then 16th one, again it is related to that. Bhagavan says that your overwhelming attachment is to three things. Putra Dara Gruha. Putra, children, they are dependent. No, no, no. Without me, they cannot live. Without me, they cannot do anything. I do everything for them. They are children are something defined in our scripture here is those who are dependent. And some people enjoy other people being dependent on me. They enjoy because somewhere they do not have any importance, no self-significance. So what is one trick is that other people are dependent on me. Without me, house will go. Without me, the house is in mess. Without me, so they will not do anything so that the other person becomes independent. Too much, I will make other person dependent on me. So I must not make other people dependent on me too much. Sometime at least 1 month, 15 days, we must stay separately. And let us see what happens. Spouse, definition of spouse is those whom we are dependent upon. So some things are dependent on me, some I am dependent. Home, all our karma phala. My home is my karma phala only. All the karma I have done to taken loan, EMI, build a house, spouse, family, that is my karma. So home is called as karma. Bhagavan says that you enjoy, you have a time. You enjoy this, but don't get attached to it. These three must not be our escape route for not doing sadhana. Very, very important point, because many people tell this, no, my family is there, still duty is there, till that is there. So I am not able to do sadhana. If these things are not there, then, I can do sadhana all the time. One saint told, okay, you leave everything and come here and stay in ashram. The person stayed in ashram for 1 day, 2 days. No, no, no. Just now you told you have this problem, that problem. In ashram, you have no problem. Food is there. Basically, all problems are within. That's the reason Lord Krishna told Arjun that right now you do your duty and fight. Right now, you're not ready to go in Himalayas to meditate. Do your duty, role for all three, putra, spouse, home. But I must know what is my duty and what is the time for ending that duty also. I don't take vanaprastha and sannyas only in our. All the time I want to remain in Grihastha ashram. Brahmacharya ashram is learning. Grihastha ashram is enjoying, earning and enjoying. 2 words. Vanaprastha means retiring. Retiring is not from the office. Retirement is taking a U-turn. I do not want to get involved mentally, intentionally, intellectually in something where my sadhana will be disturbed. Slowly, slowly, I have to withdraw. Even though physically I am doing, mentally I am not. Now relating to it. And then sannyas, complete path of no return. And my complete attention. And then earlier life was Shatayushi, 100 years. So they had given 25, 25, 25, 25. So at 50, one has to retire. Vanaprastha. But now it is 80 years, then it is 2020, at 40 only it is coming. 20 years are given for you to enjoy and earn. But no, after 65, 70 only I want to travel to difficult places. Guruji says, I don't understand intelligence of people. When they have given 20, 25 years, they plan. After 65, 70, why you want to travel and do treks and go to all difficult places with all those medicines, cannot walk, cannot sit properly, cannot go to toilet in Indian toilet, and then there are so many problems. Then I want to do all travel. Complete all your difficult travel before 60, 65. And then Vanaprastha and sannyas, animals to follow independence law. No bird or animal feed the child after the time is over, and you find your own. These three bind us throughout our life and keep us busy. Example, Jada Bharat. Jada Bharat had taken sannyas in a Rishi sitting there, and then complete vairagya. And then one day, one deer came and then she gave birth to a small deer. And by the time that birth was happening, one leopard came and took the deer, and this small deer was left with him. So he started feeding that deer some milk, because now compassion came, mamta came. And then constantly he was worried about that deer, that some other leopard will come next. Life, the Jada Bharat became deer only. But he remembered that I was this Rishi, had given everything, given up everything, now became deer. And the next life again he became Jada Bharat. He was Jada, he was called as Jada because he knew everything, but he was not, he used to stay aloof from all the activities, because once I get into it, it will catch me. It will have a hold on me. So our sadhana, duty, study, service cannot be given up because of above three things. No time excuse. Our goal must not be forgotten, that my goal is to know the Kshetrajna, because that is where the real happiness is located. This, I am going to do my duty, enjoy. Enjoyment also has to be there. The path cannot be suffering path and going to happiness path. But I will not get attached. Involvement without entanglement. Now this is the razor blade we have to walk on. Practice unattachment to all our mental habits, thinking patterns, expectation, comfort zone, especially this comfort zone, because in comfort zone, the ego becomes stronger. And that's the reason the ego is there, which is sitting there. It doesn't want to become fearful. It doesn't want to become uncomfortable. It doesn't want to become vulnerable. It doesn't want to do what one is, where, one will just not know something and then going and doing something, because what will happen? And that's the reason we have to overcome these like dislikes, because like dislikes are the cause of attachment. So we'll just complete this topic. Or do you mean to say that I should not love anybody? I should not love any my family. I should not love my job. I must not love people and do no. There is a difference between love, attachment, and indifference. There are three levels in the mind. We are going to take this in detail in the next chapter, where Triguna is going to come. Because Bhagavan is going to say that, okay, you know about Kshetrajna, you know about Atma, you know about Brahman, you know about God, but let me discuss about your own mind. So the next chapter is moods of the mind, different moods of the mind. So these three are the different attitudes of the mind: love, attachment, and indifference. And now we are on the topic of distinguishing between very subtle ones. So let us distinguish between love and attachment and indifference. For that, we require a matrix like mathematics and science. So what is a matrix? The matrix to distinguish is freedom and concern. How much freedom I give to another person and how much concern I have about other person and myself. So these are the two words, matrix, for knowing what is the difference in love, attachment, and indifference. So what is love? Acceptance of the other as one is and as one is not. That is love. Freedom and concern of well-being of self and other, very important. Many people, and for well-being of self, I am not concerned about other, and well-being of other, I am not concerned about self. Whatever I do, in that there must be benefit to me also and the other also. That is called as love. What is attachment? Love plus bondage plus dependence. Dependence and self-centeredness. No freedom to other in attachment. You should do like this, like this, like this. Like there is a person who went to God and asked, dear God, yes, what is the difference between your love and a human being's love? He told, my love is a bird in the sky and your love is bird in the cage, because you want the bird in the cage. Whoever I love, I want that person to be in my possession. I want the person to behave as I want. I want the person to be constantly listening to me. I don't give freedom to other person for that person to be as that person is. Very important point, last sentence. And Bhagavan says, for me, love is the bird in the sky. There is no trace. I don't hold, but I love. So we have to be thinking for myself that whom do we love, who listens to me, who is obedient to me, who behaves as I want, whom do I don't love? I don't like that person. Why? Because the person doesn't listen to me. The person doesn't behave as I want them to behave. The person behaves as they want to behave. That is freedom. And what is indifference? If this is not there, concern about my own needs, feeling, wants over others. And what is indifference? Freedom minus concern. Whatever you want. I don't care. I don't care because I'm giving you all freedom, but I have no concern. So, freedom and concern, when both are there, that is love. When there is no freedom to other, but there is concern, there is attachment. Under the name of I call attachment as love. You don't know, I worry, so I'm loving. Worry is not love. And indifference is freedom minus concern. So all these three equations come. I don't care. I don't care about it. What you do, that is, you have complete freedom, but that is not love. That is not even attachment. So Bhagavan says, finally here is that you only love me, number one. Second, you don't get attached to something which doesn't have happiness. Because ultimately my main thing is that I believe there is happiness in this person, happiness in this object, happiness in this situation. There are only three things, SOP. Situation, object, person. Once you start loving me, then you will start experiencing the happiness. So bhakta is one who is a bhakta from the world. I am now getting detached from the world, but I am getting attached to God. So I just wanted to mention to you that, all of you know that there is one course going on, Atma Vijnana course in ashram. I am personally going there because going in ashram and attending from Swami Advainanji is unique experience. So those who want to just come for one session, you can come. If you are living in Mumbai, just come to Ghatkopar. We will go because I go alone in a big car. So we can go together. We can have lunch there. Attend one at least what is how brahmacharis are learning there. It's an ashram life. Just going in ashram in rains is so beautiful. Yesterday I went. The ashram was so beautiful. It was raining, drizzling, and it was so quiet and so cheerful and so joyous. So even if you don't want to attend the course, you can just come one and attend one session also, anytime. And now Atma Bodh is going on, know thyself, and after some sessions, Bhagavad Gita is going to start. Only second chapter, 15th chapter, 18th chapter. So those who are keen, they can definitely come. And even if you are not if you don't want to continue also, you can come for one session and see whether some attachment, some love happens there. So I'm inviting all of you that it is going on wonderfully, 10:30 to 11:30. So we will post it today. Sometime I must let go all things and then just come there. Because our Sundays are now fixed 10:30 to 12:30 in ashram. At least 2-3 hours we are able to go to some place and get charged and then come back. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.